Like a liberal groundhog, Obama's popping up to warn us about how Trump's turning into a dictator.
We start drifting into something that is not consistent with American democracy. It is consistent with autocracies. We're not there yet completely, but I think that we are dangerously close to normalizing behavior like that.
Dana, he sounds so smart. I heard you, the moment he started talking, you let out the longest sigh, because you know there are going to be pauses, and he's going to
It takes a long time.
Yeah, he's going to know that you're weighing on his words.
So one of the things is he comes out when the party's having problems, right? So all of a sudden now Biden is in trouble. Now he's out and about. And he was talking about populists. He was basically making fun of rich people in the Hamptons. I'm like, sir, have you seen your house on Martha's Vineyard? I don't think that's very far away from that. It's a little late to be browbeating rich liberals, right? So I think that we did the earlier block where you used to have all of these donors are like, I don't want to donate to this party. The other thing is, what was lacking in that? I know people like him for so many reasons, and they can turn to him as like he's the wise elder statesman now. It must be hard to be the wise elder statesman and be like, wow, I'm the last great Democrat. But there's no energy.
No.
And I think that is why I sighed.
Yeah, you definitely sighed. It was obvious. You could hear that across town. Paul, is it helping the party to tell them to return to the rhetoric that helped them lose in 2024, like the dictator kind of stuff? It doesn't work on half the country. It's not going to get any better.
I don't think they have answers. You know, and is it me? He's looking banged up.
Yeah, he's been having
it's the first time.
rough.
It's something I've never seen with him. He looks scared.
Yeah, he needs to.
Right, and which is something you don't associate with him. And I think that one of the things that's going on here is he feels it's slipping away. All right, I mean, if you look down, I mean, we didn't get it in that clip, but he talked about the things that he wants to strengthen, the people he wants to rise up. Right. First of all, he name-checked lawyers. So to me, that was a dog whistle to lawfare. All right, we've seen plenty of that. He's telling the lawyers, rise up, gum up the works. Then he said universities. Now, what are the two universities that he's associated with? As an undergrad, Columbia, law school, Harvard. What's been going on in those two? The culture wars are going there. He feels that's slipping away as well. But the other one is DOJ. And this felt the most insidious to me. He said, DOJ, you have to listen to your better angels, one of these euphemisms. In other words, take the prosecutorial discretion away from the executive, which is Donald Trump, and make the cases you want to make. Don't make the cases that they're telling you to make. And I go back to one of the things we were talking about earlier. I think that they're a little concerned about some of the rocks that are going to be turned over here. I think that the current iteration of DOJ has made it very clear they're going to be looking backwards as well as forwards. And he knows that that's where the power resides in this country to make these cases. And it felt to me like he feels it slipping away a little bit. For the first time, I think a guy who's heard a lot of yes in his life is experiencing a bunch of no's.
You know, Jesse, you wanted me to ask you, you said you had some breaking news about the birth certificate.
Yes, we now know the long form's fake. And we're doing that at 8.
Oh, excellent. Whole hour on it.
How was your hour last night on Karen Reed, by the way?
Oh, it flew by. I got to tell you,
bet
man.
it did.
Yeah. We had ice cream.
And I know why he's scared. I think Michelle's giving him a little Brigitte Macron. Watching him with his legs crossed, emasculated after the Michelle Obama podcast, it's like, come on. I could act smart if I wanted to. I could sound really smart. I choose not to. We're all waiting. I just choose to act honest. That didn't sound very good. But this guy gave birth to Joe Biden, then he gave us the coup, and then he gave us Iran, armed to the teeth. I mean, Trump's dealing with all the problems. Medicare out of control. We're fixing all the problems that he started. Jessica.
Simpson Bowles.
Jessica, if Trump derangement were a drug, it's like an old friend visiting the party and saying, forget drying out, let's go on a bender. Why don't you just get him off the drug?
I haven't been dosing Barack personally anymore, and I didn't know what he was going to say. But this is definitely not the forum that I wanted or would want him to show up in. Like, I want Barack Obama from the Court of Gold documentary where he's talking to Anthony Edwards and Steph Curry about basketball. I want him talking about his music list.
Racist much?
No, it was the Olympics.
Oh, it has to be about basketball.
They're
Jessica.
Basketball players. They're NBA players. What?
Disgusting.
Stop now.
Don't. It was a good point. He is one of the only luminary figures in the party who can actually be chill and hang out. So
Yeah.
go on Joe Rogan and go on Theo Vaughn,
Why
and
doesn't
they
he
will.
do it?
He should, because they'll love him. They change their opinions depending on who's sitting with them anyway.
You're right.
Thank you.
For once.
Take it back. Though I like that you admitted you're a moron again.
Did I?
Yeah, you did
kidding.
last week.
I
and
might
It's
again.
like a romantic comedy. All right. Is AI making us dumber? Jesse says, what's AI?
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.